Today's video is going to be my top foundations to wear during the winter. So during the winter time, my skin tends to get dry, more on the dry side, and I don't know, this is something like new. My skin was never like really dry. I always kind of identified more so combination oily, but recently like my skin has been so dry, and I've been talking about this in my recent videos. Like I think my skin has been changing because my skin is like more so dry. I still have like my nose gets a little bit more oily, but that's about it. Like everything else is pretty dry. So I have a lot of foundations here that are more geared towards, I would say, combination dry skin. If you have like oily skin, combination oily, I mean, you can still wear these, you know, foundations if you prep your skin properly, because I think like anybody can wear any type of foundation as long as you just give your skin the correct prep and you give your skin the correct care that it needs before applying the foundation. So if you guys want to see my top winter foundations, just keep watching. Ever since I got into makeup, I've always loved more luminous, more dewy foundations. So majority of these foundations are more natural, more luminous, more dewy types of foundations. So if you aren't really a dewy person, I'm thinking of like trying out some more matte foundations and creating a video on that. So if you want to see a matte foundation video, just let me know in the comment section down below. But let's just get started with my top winter foundations. So the first foundation that I really love to wear during the winter time is the Anastasia Luminous foundation. This foundation is such an amazing foundation. It is a little pricier. I think it's like almost $40, which is pretty pricey, but it's a really great foundation. It's not super greasy or oily. It's not very dewy. Like I think it's like the perfect type of dew. Like it's very natural. It looks very skin-like. The shade, the undertones are really amazing. And this foundation, I really love wearing this foundation. It is a really great foundation, and I don't know, I just really love wearing it during the winter because, like I said, my skin tends to get more dry during the winter, and I think everybody's skin tends to get more dry during the winter months because the weather is cold. I mean, even though I live in South Florida, so it's summer all year long. So, but if you're more up north, obviously you have seasons. Your seasons changes. So I just think this foundation is an amazing foundation to just have for the winter, especially if your skin tends to get more dry. It kind of gives you that more hydrated look, that more natural look for the winter months. So this is a really great foundation, and it has a lot of shades. The next foundation is more on the more affordable side, and this is the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation, the dewy version. So this is the dewy version of it, and it is an amazing foundation. Now I will say the shade selection isn't the best, and also I am mad at Wet n Wild for not carrying the darker shades in the store. You see the universe almost made me drop this and break this bottle because the universe is mad at Wet n Wild too, because they don't carry darker shades in the store. I had to purchase mine off of Amazon. That's ridiculous. Like this should be in Target, in Walmart, in CVS, in Walgreens, just like the other shades are. So I will say the shade selection isn't the best in store. Online they have more shades, but still not the best shade selection. I do have to mix too, but I really love this for the formula. It has an amazing hydrating, very natural, very luminous formula, and I love this. I love these foundations honestly like year round. I can use them year round, but especially for those winter months when your skin needs a little bit more TLC, when your skin needs a little bit more of that hydration, this foundation really gives it to you, and it's so affordable. This is a $5 foundation. I mean, we all know Wet n Wild is a super affordable brand, so we all know that, but I just really love this formulation of the Photofocus foundation. I love it more than the original one. The original one is more like a full coverage matte foundation. I didn't like that one. I feel like it like left patches on my skin, and this one I just feel like it works better for my skin type and for what my skin type is becoming. I think I'm getting older. Like I'm 26, so maybe my skin just dried out. I don't know. Like my skin, I never had full-blown oily skin, but I never had as dry as my skin has been recently. So, but anyways, this foundation is just amazing. The formula is really, really great, and it does really hydrate the skin. Like when I use, you know, these types of foundations, I tend to go in with a more pore filling primer, or sometimes I mix it. So what I would do is I would take, for example, my Too Faced RX primer, hydrating primer, and I would put a pore filling primer like on my cheeks where I have like my pores are larger, and I mix the two just to give me like that balance. But this foundation is really, really good, and it's super hydrating. Next foundation is from Colourpop, and this is the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. Now, this is an amazing foundation, and it runs for about 16 Zolas, and it is really great. Now, I will be honest with you guys, this foundation, this one will not last you all day. I feel like I don't know, when I wore it, I feel like it started separating, not separating, but like it started fading away after a couple hours, or maybe I didn't prep it right, or maybe I didn't set it right. I don't know, because I feel like this foundation by Anastasia lasts, and I even feel like the one by Wet n Wild lasts, but I don't know, for some reason this one, to me, like it doesn't have that lasting effect like these other ones. It is a beautiful finish when you just apply it. Like when you first apply it on your skin, it looks so beautiful and looks so gorgeous. It looks just effortlessly, it looks flawless, very airbrushed. But I did notice that when I did wear it throughout the day, it did kind of fade. But I really do love this foundation. I think maybe because I did wear it during the summer months, and obviously during the summer months it's more hot and humid, so maybe during the winter this will last on my skin better, because it won't like evaporate or whatever, like it won't, like, you know, leave my skin as easier because it's not as hot. Even though I'm in Florida, it's always hot. But we're getting some cold, you know, this week. We're supposed to get a cold front, so, you know. But this foundation is really great, guys. It's a beautiful finish, and it has a lot of shades. Like Colourpop has been working very hard with their shade expansions, and that's one thing that, you know, they've worked on, and I think that they're doing a great job at the undertones, getting the undertones correct, and just working on the shades, and, you know, helping, just being more inclusive. So this foundation is amazing for the winter as well. Next foundation that I really love for the winter is, this is a new purchase. Like everything else I've had for a while, but this is new, and this is the Rare Beauty foundation, and mine is in the shade 460W. I didn't think I was going to love this foundation as much as I do, because I don't know, it's a celebrity makeup brand, and with celebrity makeup brands, there's usually like the stigma, like celebrities sometimes they don't know, like, not saying that they don't know makeup, because, you know, they work with so many makeup artists, and, you know, Selena Gomez, she's been in the industry for a very long time, the entertainment industry, so I'm sure she's knowledgeable because she has a lot of people on her team, a lot of people, you know, she can talk to. But I don't know, I was very skeptical when Rare Beauty first came out. I was like, oh, this is gonna be, you know, another celebrity, like another stamp they're gonna put in her name, you know. But she really surprised me, and she really she cares about her brand, and that's one thing I respect. And you could tell she puts a lot of time and effort into developing her product. And so the reason why I picked this foundation for the winter is because this is one of the most natural looking foundations I have in my collection, and also this is one of the most like hydrating foundations I have as well, in the sense of when I put this foundation, I feel like it blends into my skin. It doesn't sit on top of my skin. I feel like it just melts into my skin, and it's not drying at all. And again, like, my skin type is more so combination dry now. It used to be combination a little bit more oily, but now it's combination dry, so I can't speak for everybody, you know, everybody's skin type, but I just feel like this foundation really helps my skin. I feel like my skin doesn't have like dry flakes, dry patches when I put this foundation. It is a medium coverage, I would say it's more so medium coverage. It's definitely not full coverage, but it has amazing coverage properties. And again, for those winter months when it's cold outside, you don't want to put like a super matte foundation that's gonna like be all patchy. So I think that this gives you the perfect amount of coverage, and it also gives you those hydrating elements to your skin. So this foundation by Rare Beauty is amazing. It's such a beautiful, like, the finish is just so beautiful, and that's one reason why I chose this foundation, because I've been really loving this foundation so much, and I've been using it more than I usually do. And I don't know, I love this foundation, and I can't wait to see what else she just puts in her line. But yeah, this foundation is very good for those winter months. Now the next item that I have is not a foundation, it's more of a tinted moisturizer. So this would be an everyday type of tinted moisturizer. You know, if you're like going to work and you don't want to put foundation, or if you're even going to a grocery store or wherever you're going and you don't feel like putting like a full face of foundation, this is the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. This is just so beautiful to me. Like, I don't know, I feel like this is the perfect everyday tinted moisturizer that we've all been asking for, and that's why I love it so much, because I've worn the crap out of this tinted moisturizer and I still have quite a bit. I used to wear it a lot to work every day pre-COVID, you know, when I didn't have to put a mask on my face. So but I really just love this foundation, and I love how easy it is to just use. Like, you can put it on your hand if you want to and just slide all over your face, but that's messy. Or you can use a brush or a sponge or whatever you want. But I just really just like, I love how easy it is to use this product, and I love the finish of this product. I think it's an amazing product. It's really great. It's pretty affordable. I think it's around $16 or $14, something like that, in that range. But it's a really good hydrating product, and it has hyaluronic acid in it, which is my favorite serum. It's one of my favorite serums to put on my skin. I feel like hyaluronic acid really plumps up the skin, and it makes your skin just look more hydrated, and it just makes your skin look more plump and just more juicy, and it just makes your skin, I feel like it transforms your skin. So I love how they put hyaluronic acid in this formula. I'm sure a lot of these foundations have hyaluronic acid as well, but it's just nice to know that this has hyaluronic acid in it, so it has that hydrating property, and it also does stay on the skin. Because again, everything factors, the longevity of your makeup, it all factors into how you prep your skin, how do you set the makeup, you know. So it's like you can make anything work as long as you take the necessary steps to prep your skin and set it to gear to fit that specific product. So again, this is amazing everyday tinted moisturizer if you're someone who doesn't like to wear foundation during, you know, the winter months, or just someone who doesn't like to wear foundation every day. You can always use this. It's an amazing product. If you have more dry skin, you'll love this because this is hydrating and it's not drying. Now the last product I want to mention is a stick foundation. I had to include a stick foundation because I feel like I don't really talk about those anymore, and like, you know, brands haven't been coming out with stick foundations. Like, there was a time, like back in 2018, stick foundations were a thing. Like, they kept being pushed out, but now I feel like brands have slowed down on stick foundations. But I wanted to mention this Hourglass stick foundation, and I have mine in Golden Almond, and this was my first, oh my gosh, I just realized this is my first high-end foundation purchase. Yeah, this is my first foundation high-end foundation purchase. Okay, so anyways, but this foundation stick is just beautiful. Like, when you put it on your skin, I feel like, and you blend it out, it just looks so natural. Now this can definitely be full coverage. This can be a full coverage foundation, but it's not full coverage to the point where you look cakey or where your skin looks patchy. I feel like this stick foundation is a little bit, it can be full coverage, but it also is not drying on the skin. Like, I've never worn this foundation, I've never noticed like any patches on my skin, I've never noticed any drying of my skin when I use this foundation. So this foundation is really amazing for those winter months, especially if you live in an area up north where it's more cold and when you guys actually have snow. I miss the snow because I'm from Canada originally, so I haven't seen snow in a very long time. I really like this foundation for its hydrating properties and how natural it looks. Like, all these foundations that I've mentioned today, they look very natural, they look very skin-like, and that's something I'm very big on. I don't like foundation to look cakey, or like, obviously people are gonna tell I'm wearing foundation if they come very close, but I don't want it to be like from a mile away you can tell I'm wearing like a full face of foundation. I like very skin-like, very natural like foundation that blends into the skin. So I really love this foundation for it. And if you have more dry skin, even if you have oily skin girls love this foundation, you know. So I just love this foundation for the winter. I feel like it gives you that nice coverage, but it's also like a very skin-like natural coverage. So definitely thumbs up for this foundation. It is the most pricier foundation I have in front of me. It is expensive. I think it's $46, which is very pricey for a foundation, but it is very worth it. Like, you get a lot of product, and it's just, if you don't have the Hourglass foundation stick, you need to get it because it is an amazing foundation. So that is it for my winter foundations video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to some of you guys who might be in the market for a good winter foundation. I really hope you guys like this video. I hope that this was helpful to some of you guys who are looking for a winter foundation. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please subscribe to this channel if you are not already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.